Hello, and welcome to today's Focus on the Test mini lesson. Welcome to all of our subscribers, and thank you very much for joining us. Also to our students, continue the excellent progress that you're making, and remember that your labor is not in vain. It will pay off in the end. If you're an adult seeking to earn your high school credential, be sure to check out our website at www.yourpathforadultlearners.com, where you can learn more about our online GED and HiSET program. So now on to our lesson for the day.
Hello everyone, I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. So in today's lesson, we're going to actually discuss order of operations. Now my students are required to complete this assignment here as a final quiz in our order of operations course. I do want to identify a few problems that may be a little bit more challenging for you to solve, and I want to go through those problems so that you can have a more clear understanding of how to solve problems relating to the order of operations. So now let's look at problem number 3. I think that this one is quite challenging because you have a lot of expressions that you need to address in this particular problem. So now let's look at number 3. So for number 3, enroll in YourPath today and get access to what our students get access to daily. Get access to online personalized GED, HiSET, and TABE courses, 24 hours, 7 days a week, individualized instructional guidance and a progress plan, study workbooks, learning materials and tools to reinforce your learning, tutoring, cap and gown, diploma cover, certificate of completion, test fees reimbursement, professional career academic coaching from IFC certified coaches, and Next Step services. Enroll today. YourPath wants to take a moment to congratulate its 2022 graduates. Congratulations, graduates, a job very well done. We are looking forward to more graduates. You still have time. 2022 is not over yet. YourPath would like to congratulate all of our seniors, those with 1 or 2 exams to complete before earning your high school equivalency diploma. We would especially like to congratulate Mr. Antone, a senior in our program, on earning perfect HiSET scores in social studies and science and passing his RLA exam at the near college readiness level. Congratulations to all of you. And shall we all get ready for testing so that we can graduate in 2022? YourPath is wishing our students and everyone born in the month of September a happy birthday, and may you have many more to come. YourPath is hosting the 2023 National Graduates 5K Walkathon event to celebrate academic achievement across the nation as we promote adult literacy and basic education to bridge the achievement gap between non-high school completers and graduates. Wear your doctorate, master's, bachelor's, and high school cap and gowns and come and walk with us to support a worthy cause. This event will take place at the Washington Monument Ground on Saturday, May 6, 2023, between the hours of 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. To register, visit our website at www.yourpathforadultlearners.com. We hope to see you there, and thank you for your participation and support. We have 3 times. Now that's everything that's inside of the brackets. So here we have parentheses 7 minus 5, which will be squared, plus in parentheses also 20 minus 19, which will also be squared, close bracket, plus 14. So now let's write that on the board. And here we have 3, and we know that this is in brackets. We have 7 minus 5 squared plus 20 minus 19. This will also be squared, bracket, plus 14. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do what's inside of our brackets first, okay? So here we have 7 minus 5 will give us 2. That's going to be squared, okay? You can also bring down the rest of your values as you're doing your order of operations as well. That's going to be plus. 20 minus 19 is 1. That's also going to be squared in brackets plus 14. Now we're still working or solving the expressions that are within the brackets first. So starting with our ones that's inside of the parentheses, we have 2 squared will actually give us 4. And we can continue to put it in brackets as we bring it down the rest of our values, plus, and then 1 squared will give us 1, because 1 times 1 is 1. Put that in bracket, plus 14. We're going to still focus on what's inside of our brackets first, okay? So I'm going to switch here, and we have 4 plus 1 will give us 5. That's 3 plus 14. Now we're going to multiply 3 times 5, which will give us 15, plus 14. And when we add 15 and 14, we get 29. So our answer for number 3 is going to be 29. Okay? So we can come over here and we see that option C will be the correct answer for number 3. Okay? So now let's look at number 4. I'm going to bring up my board, clear my whiteboard. Okay? And now we're going to look at problem number 4. So for problem number 4, let's talk about what we have first. We have 3 times, and then we have our brackets. We have parentheses, 300 minus 70 divided by 5, close parenthesis, minus, we have in brackets, 3 times 23, minus, parenthesis, 8 minus 2 times 3, close parenthesis, brackets, and more brackets. Okay, so as you see that this is a very lengthy problem. It is complex, and you have to know the order of operations in order to solve the problem correctly. So let's talk about how to do that. Let's put number 4 up here. So we have 3. This dot means times. Now we do have these sort of brackets here, and this is in parentheses. And I can make that bracket a whole lot better than I made it here. Okay, so we have 300 minus 70 divided by 5, and that's going to be a closed bracket, minus bracket, that's close parenthesis, bracket 3, and that's times, this dot means times 23, minus parenthesis 8 minus 2 times 3, close parentheses, bracket, and then we have this outer bracket here. All right. So now, in order to solve this problem here, the first thing you're going to do is stay calm and not panic. As long as you remember the order of operations, you will be fine. Now, math is an analytical subject, so you have to pay attention to details, okay? And you have to think, because it's also a very critical thinking subject as well. All right, so now the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to remember that we must do what's inside of our parentheses first. And I should have actually discussed this before I proceeded. So let's go to our order of operations chart. Okay, and so the order of operation chart states, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, by remembering this sentence here, you can recall the order of operations. Okay, so please means that you will do parentheses first. Excuse means that you will do exponents next. My is for multiplication, so you'll do multiplication after you have done anything within your parentheses or exponents, then you'll do your multiplication. Division comes next, then addition and subtraction. Okay, so these are the order in which you will actually perform your operations when you have a problem with multiple steps or operations rather to perform. So now let's go back to our lesson. Okay, I'm going to bring back up my whiteboard. Now, so the first thing we're going to do is our parentheses. Now, before we do subtraction, we have to do division, okay, because division comes before subtraction. So that's what you have to think about whenever you see this, okay? It doesn't matter how long this problem is, you're going to apply the order of operations by first doing what's inside of your parentheses. But you also must know that division comes before subtraction. So we're going to do our division first. So let's do that. We can bring down our other steps as we begin to simplify. Okay. Now we have 300. Now we have a negative 70 divided by 5. And when you divide 5 into 70, let's bring up our calculator. We have 70 divided by 5, and that gives us 14. So we're going to have a negative 14 because whenever you have a negative and a positive, you're going to always get a negative. Okay? So we have a negative 14. We have gotten rid of our division sign inside of our parentheses. Okay? Now, we can actually continue to solve here before we move on to the next parentheses, okay? Which I'm going to actually do so that we can continue to simplify this parentheses before we move on to the next, okay? So then we have 300 minus 14. And we get 286. And we're going to put this 3 here. Now this bracket here means something, so you want to continue to bring it down, okay? We're going to put our minus sign here, and now we're going to move over to our next expression here. And in here, we need to solve what's inside of your parentheses first, okay? So we can actually bring down our brackets, and we'll have 3 times 23 minus, and let's focus on what's inside of the parentheses here. So we have 8 minus 2 times 3. We're going to do our multiplication first. So 2 times 3 will give us a negative 6, okay? So because we have a negative 2 times 3. When you have a negative and a positive, you'll always get a negative, and we can bring down this 8. 8 minus 6 will give us 2. Okay? So we have solved what's inside of this parentheses already. So we have a 2 here. So we can go ahead and put our 2 in parentheses here. And I'll just do it that way. We're going to close the bracket here, and then we're going to put this symbol here for bracket as well. All right, so we're still working this expression here, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply 3 times 23 because we have reduced or simplified, rather, this expression here as far as we can go. We have a 2 here. And I'll make this 2 a little larger so that it fits within the brackets. Within the parentheses. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is multiply 3 times 23. Let's clear our calculator. 3 times 23 equals 69. So here we have 69, and that's going to be minus 2. And now we can just remove our parentheses from the 2. 69 minus 2 will give us 67. Okay? Now you can put this in brackets, your minus sign, and your 286. And you can remove the parentheses at this point, and you actually can move the bracket signs at this point as well, because you have reduced this as far as it can go. However, what you still have is you still have your outer brackets here, because you're still going to multiply this expression times 3. Okay? So now what we have is 286 minus 67. So we're going to clear this, and we're going to put 286 minus 67 equals, and that's 219. Okay, now we're going to multiply this 219 times 3. So that we can get our answer. And we're going to put this equals, and I'm going to change this color so that we can actually see our answer. So we're going to multiply 219 times 3, and that will give us 657 as our answer. Okay, so now we can come over here to our sheet. And for number 4, we will have option B as our answer. Okay, so that will be B. Now, the last one that we're going to look at, now, number 6 is quite complicated as well. But since I have already solved problems number 3 and 4, my students should be able to complete number 6. And I also welcome you to do number 6 on your own using the examples from number 3 and 4 as a guide for you. So now let's look at problem number 11, which is not very complicated, but it is different. Okay, so we're going to look at number 11. Let's clear the board. And for number 11, we have 240 divided by 8 minus 3. Okay, so this is quite simple, not too complicated. So we have 240 divided by 8 minus 3. Now, the first thing that you should do is do your division before you do subtraction. So we're going to divide 8 into 240, and that's going to give us 30. And then we have minus 3, and our answer is going to be 27, which in this case will be option B. Now, I hope that these examples have helped. I hope that me working through the problems with you have given you some idea on how to utilize the order of operations and apply them when you're solving problems that require you to use the order of operations or the principles of the order of operations. Have a blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.
So good luck testing. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification button down below so that you're notified on our new releases. Also, join us on our other social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.